Communicate openly. A Stoic story about building strong relationships through honest communication. Introduction. Many relationships do not end because love disappears. They end because communication disappears. People stop speaking honestly. They stop listening carefully. They stop expressing what they truly feel. Walls replace conversations. Assumptions replace understanding. Silence replaces connection. The Stoics believed that wisdom begins with truth. And truth requires communication. Not angry communication. Not emotional outbursts. Not manipulation. But calm, honest, respectful communication. This is the story of a man named Ethan who almost lost the most important relationship in his life because he failed to communicate openly. And how he learned a lesson that transformed everything. Step 1. The perfect relationship that wasn't. Ethan believed he had a happy marriage. He worked hard. Provided for his family. Paid the bills. Handled responsibilities. From the outside, everything looked successful. But something was changing. Slowly. Quietly. Almost invisibly. The connection between him and his wife was fading. Not because they stopped loving each other. Because they stopped truly talking to each other. Step 2. The silent distance. At first the changes were small. Conversations became shorter. Laughter became less frequent. Dinner discussions became routine. Questions received one-word answers. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Neither noticed how much distance was growing. Until one evening, his wife looked at him and said, "I don't feel like you know me anymore." The words hit him like lightning. Step 3. The shock. Ethan was confused. "What do you mean?" "We talk every day." His wife shook her head. "No. We exchange information. We don't communicate." That sentence stayed with him all night. For the first time he realized there was a difference. Talking isn't always communicating. Communication creates understanding. Talking can simply fill silence. Step 4. The Old Stoic. The next morning Ethan visited an elderly mentor he deeply respected. The old man lived simply. Peacefully. Wisely. After listening carefully, the mentor smiled. "You have stopped listening." Ethan frowned. "I listen all the time." The mentor shook his head. "No. You wait for your turn to speak." The truth hurt. Because it was true. Step 5. The first lesson. The old mentor brought Ethan to a quiet lake. The water was perfectly still. The mentor pointed. "What do you see?" "A reflection." The mentor nodded. "The lake reflects because it is calm. People do the same. When your mind is noisy, you cannot truly hear others." For the first time, Ethan realized that communication begins with silence. Step 6. Learning to listen. The mentor gave him a challenge. "For 7 days, listen more than you speak." It sounded easy. It wasn't. Ethan constantly wanted to interrupt. Offer advice. Defend himself. Explain. But he stopped. And something remarkable happened. He started hearing things he had missed for years. Step 7. What his wife never said. One evening his wife began sharing her concerns. Normally Ethan would have responded immediately. This time he simply listened. And she spoke longer than she had in months. She talked about her fears. Her dreams. Her frustrations. Her loneliness. Her hopes. Ethan realized something painful. She had been trying to communicate all along. He simply wasn't hearing her. Step 8. The Wall of Assumptions. The mentor explained another danger. Assumptions. Most people assume they know what others think. They assume they know intentions. They assume they know feelings. But assumptions often create misunderstanding. The mentor said, "Ask more questions. Make fewer assumptions." Simple advice. Powerful results. Step 9. The Power of Honesty. For years Ethan hid his own struggles. Stress. Fear. Pressure. Anxiety. He believed staying silent protected others. The mentor disagreed. Honesty creates connection. Silence creates distance. So Ethan began sharing his thoughts honestly. Not aggressively. Not emotionally. Simply honestly. And his relationships became stronger. Step 10: The storm. Soon a major challenge arrived. Financial difficulties. Unexpected expenses. Pressure. Stress. The perfect test. In the past they would have argued, blamed each other, withdrawn emotionally. This time they communicated. Calmly. Openly. Respectfully. The problem remained difficult. But the relationship remained strong. Step 11: Speaking the truth. The mentor taught Ethan a Stoic principle. Speak the truth. But speak it kindly. Many people choose honesty without kindness. Others choose kindness without honesty. Wisdom requires both. Truth without kindness wounds. Kindness without truth deceives. Together they build trust. Step 12: The lesson of the bridge. One afternoon they crossed a bridge. The mentor stopped halfway. What is communication? Ethan thought carefully. The mentor answered. A bridge. It connects two worlds. Without communication, people remain isolated. With communication, understanding becomes possible. Step 13: Mastering emotions. The next lesson was difficult. Emotions often destroy communication. Anger. Pride. Defensiveness. Fear. The mentor said. When emotions take control, wisdom leaves the room. Ethan learned to pause. Breathe. Reflect. Then respond. Instead of reacting. Step 14: The argument. One evening a disagreement erupted. Old habits returned. Voices rose. Frustration appeared. Then Ethan remembered the lesson. He stopped. Paused. Listened. And everything changed. The argument became a conversation. The conflict became understanding. Step 15: The power of empathy. The mentor explained. Most people want to be understood. But few people try to understand. Empathy became Ethan's new practice. He started seeing situations from other perspectives. The result was remarkable. Relationships became deeper. Trust became stronger. Conflict decreased. Step 16: The year of growth. Months passed. Then a year. Ethan's relationships transformed. Not because people changed. Because he changed. He listened more. Judged less. Asked questions. Spoke honestly. Communicated openly. The results were life-changing. Step 17: The workplace lesson. Communication improved more than his marriage. It improved his career. His leadership. His friendships. His confidence. People trusted him more. Because people trust those who communicate clearly. Step 18: The final test. Years later Ethan faced a family crisis. A serious situation threatened peace. Fear filled the room. Emotions ran high. But Ethan remained calm. He listened. He communicated clearly. He united people. And the family emerged stronger. Because communication had become a strength. Step 19: The last conversation. The mentor was now very old. Ethan visited him one final time. The mentor smiled. What have you learned? Ethan looked toward the horizon. Then answered. I learned that communication is love in action. The mentor nodded. Explain. Ethan smiled. When we listen, we show respect. When we speak honestly, we build trust. When we communicate openly, we strengthen relationships. The mentor smiled. Now he understood. Step 20: The Stoic truth. The Stoics believed wisdom begins with understanding. And understanding begins with communication. Not speaking louder. Not winning arguments. Not proving you're right. But listening. Learning. Connecting. Growing. Together. Powerful ending. If you want stronger relationships, communicate openly. Speak your truth. Listen with patience. Express your feelings respectfully. Ask questions. Seek understanding. Build trust. Because silence creates distance. Assumptions create confusion. But honest communication creates connection. A strong mind speaks clearly. A wise person listens deeply. A healthy relationship grows through understanding. And every meaningful connection in your life will improve when you learn this simple Stoic principle. Communicate openly. Speak with honesty. Listen with empathy. Respond with wisdom. Build with trust. Grow together. And watch your relationships become stronger than ever before. Stay calm. Stay patient. Stay respectful. Stay wise. And always communicate openly.